Okay. So, on Ilios, positioning-wise. So you know about first point, or I guess, what's this, lighthouse?
Yeah.
You know how, so the main thing is just getting up here first. And what we like to do, which I'm sure you've noticed, is when we TP out of spawn, we TP, where is it? Symmetra. TP like right here. And so on Winston, what we should be doing is trying to get up here, and then getting up here. This is the stage. And because then you can use this side for cover, or if you're on this side, you can use this side for cover. And so for the dive height, the dive low, the dive in here, you have every angle covered. The only thing that you can't really cover is over here. So if they decide to wrap in that way, which we did one time, which they did against us, I believe, on this map when we first played, what you want to do is go up here, I think. And then even up here. Oop, I put it up. To try to stay on the high ground and always give yourself like the option of once you have your fucking jump cooldown back, you can drop on them, shoot them, jump in, bubble, and kind of do the whole dance, which I'm sure you understand.
Yep.
And then jump back to team, because then you at least get an engage angle. But the main thing is take lighthouse first, good. Not take lighthouse first, bad. The other one, is on wrecking ball. So you get TP'd, get over, you're right here. What I found that's really good is rolling out from here and going like that. See that?
Yeah.
I find that to be really good. And then you can engage via, once you're over here, you go like this and get on top of them and get a slam. The other option that I found is also pretty good is just kind of rolling over here and then rolling through. Because you can go like right from here and then you can kind of, I fucked it up. I don't know if you're quite this good at wrecking ball, but you can go like from here and then
go sideways into it.
Go sideways, and I'm not even that good at it. And you can go like this, and then the other option is to go like this and go through there, which is a lot easier, actually. So you drop from right here, you hook onto here, and you hold W, or no, sorry, hook here, probably up here. Get the fireball. Oh, I fucked it up. You want to get the fireball and then start holding spacebar, and it'll send you in the right angle. Anyway, but that's this first point, and then I think once you're done with that, you kind of just always want to set up either right here or where you are right now, over here. Because it either gives you this slam angle, which is pretty good, or it gives you this slam angle, which is also very good. I personally prefer to set up over here because it gives you like,
yeah, I agree,
more it just gives you more like space, because then you can do this and go, oh, I fucked it up. What you want to do is just jump over this. Oh, you can't go over that anymore. Okay. Well, maybe, hold on. Go like that. I don't know. Just try to get over here. Maybe the best way is just to go here. And you can kind of just sit here for the slam. And then back up, roll through, boom, and get the point. Show lobby. I think that covers the first point. Actually, I want to go over DPS as well. So DPS, I think also Tracer wants to get up here. It uses a lot of util though, which I know Logan is not always a fan of, but I believe you can double blink over here and then double blink over here. Or alternatively, you can kind of full wrap against them, but that's a bit harder to do. It takes a while, but I also don't hate that. The problem is normally the Tracer would also be the one TPing. So if we're going to play Echo Tracer, I think Echo should TP and give the Tracer time to set up. Because we like to go fast. But yeah, I think that's that point said and done. Let's go to second, which I think is Ruins, but I'm not fully sure. No, it's not. Okay. So on this one, I think is a little bit more iffy. It depends on your backline. So there's like two main spaces you can engage from. It's either you kind of go main, I feel like, and you engage here, slash you go up here, and you full wrap, and you engage here. And I think this one is better for Kiri Lucio, or just in general when you have Lucio. You can wrap a bit more around, so you have a bit more time to do this. And then you can get over here and get behind them for your DPS. The other option is to set up here, or at least the other option is to get your Ana set up here. I guess Ana I feel like should set up here, get this angle, and have look this way. Okay. I'm just kind of looking for myself, but I think mainly you want to take right side as tank slash DPS, and maybe Tracer take left along with the support line. You also can set up here. This is funny. Whee! Boom! It's very much an all-in strategy. Actually, I feel like support should set up here even. This is good angle.
It's very long.
Very long.
Good first fight.
Very good first fight, and then otherwise you can always just drop here. Still see them. But I think from now on we should try to play here on a brig. That's pretty simple. Control third. This one is Ruins. Ruins I think is pretty simple. So this is kind of for an everybody advice here. So main thing is we TP and we get probably like here. Or generally we TP, I think we TP right side actually, or left side. We TP like here. And what I want us to do is then try to rotate this way, come this way. The reason is then Ana can set up here. Nope, I fucked it up. The ball movement is weird. Let me just leave ball form. Because you can just take this angle. Very good. So you just run up these stairs. Brig probably plays here, 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 or over there. And then DPS try to take this angle on the Mega. And we try to fight, I mean, based on the Ana sight lines, we could always, can you get up here? Find out. You might be able to. Hmm?
The jump's over here, on this left side.
Oh, I know. Well, it's right here. You go from here to here to here to here. And then you can get up here without ever actually jumping anywhere. So yeah, this is pretty good. And then trying to fight right side, and then as we go, I think the main thing is that we like to continuously go deeper and deeper on this fight, on this point, and it's not super great for Ana, and we need to like be kind of willing to give a bit of space, because like we like to set up here on tank. At least I know the fucking Skies did. I don't know if you do, where you like to set up.
I like playing where our supports play, if we're playing aggro. Or I play a triangle, and then drop when they come out here. Or I mainly like playing up here, and then going as they come out. I don't like to go into the Mega Room. I don't feel like really advantageous spot.
The main thing is that... Here the
playing the back
support.
there, I wouldn't play up there.
Yeah, the support angles aren't all that great for this point if you're not playing to kill like here. Like right here.
Yeah, which is why. Oh,
Like here. I feel like that's a pretty good spot to kill is in these two like midi chokes. Or fully give them that space. Or just try to play like a bit more quicker with a faster backline. I'm not sure though. But I think we should try and setting up here more because I feel like we don't do it enough. Mainly me. I need to do better at doing this. Let me try to just do it on Ana. See how easy it is. So first, you get TP'd right here. Boom. Then immediately you drop here and start walking this way with your slow ass grandma feet. And then you take boom, boom, boom. And now you have the engage angle on this pack. The main thing is that it really gives you an exposed angle. You're very exposed when taking this angle. But yeah, and then you can always just drop down here and see even more shit. Again, very exposed, but I don't think you can get up here as Ana without help. I don't think there's a way. Unless you can somehow use these things. Nope. There's also this angle, which is really nice. But it's very much a limited angle. But yeah. What's another one I wanted to look at? Busan. I want to look at Busan. Because I feel like we really struggled in Busan because I couldn't set up and I want to figure out how I can set up better. Okay, so I feel like this is probably the easiest point to set up. Because mostly you just kind of go this way. I think on Ana, you probably do actually want to play over here. And so you kind of want... I feel like as your DPS line, you just play this side if you're going to play this Ana comp. And then eventually your Ana can kind of rotate. Let's see. Your Ana can get as far as with the Lucio as getting over here. And having this nasty angle. But for the most part, you kind of want to play over here and try to make that the kill box. Or, alternatively, you play here, which is a bit more aggressive, but it gives more consistent sight lines, and still try to kill, like right here. I think regardless, you need to try to fight here for as much as possible. If we're gonna play Ana. If we're gonna play Kyrie, it doesn't matter as much. We can kind of play anywhere at this point, just depending on where you want to go, Blake. So. Let's see, settings, modes, seconds. Alright, this one, again, it feels pretty simple. We want to generally roll out right side. As like a team. Trying to meet them in here and let your Ana fight this angle. Does that make sense? So you want to go far right as the tank, and I want to play over here as the Ana. And so if you have to back to get heals, you have to back this way to point, and thus we can claim point easier. Or you can back from here to here. And this gives you a better chance of re-engaging the fight if you're playing over here, because then all I have to do is go from, yeah, like that. Okay. The other option is that we play Kiri Lucio, and we all fight in here. And that's, yeah. I think thus we kind of want our DPS even. I want to probably play back here and our DPS peaked a more aggressive angle. And I play way back here, and then if I need it, I can always back this way and play this angle. But you, Blake, look at where I am. You see this angle that I'm on? You have to be very cognizant of this, because there was quite a few times where we were playing Busan and I backed to this angle and you did not peek me. You pretty much everybody was always LOSing me when I played this like far left angle, and I think we need to not do that and try to enable ourselves, because we can get our Genji over here and poke in this angle with you as the Winston, and eventually the biggest thing is you gotta cognizant of the health pack, use this when you can, and basically take only the poke from 1 health pack's worth of health, which is, you know, full, and then engage as quick as possible, and try not to take unnecessary damage on our engage, which we're pretty good at, I think. It's just the longer the fight goes, the more damage we take, and we kind of play in... If we're gonna play these Ana comps, we gotta play... Yeah. Alright. And finally, the one I was really struggling on. Modes. Control burst. This is probably the one I was most confused by. So I just didn't know, Blake, your Kiko has in a way that makes me so I can... Because, okay, so we rolled out on this comp, and there was like one really big problem. Was Soj Orbs. In fact, this was the whole problem of I felt like the game. For the first 3 maps, the biggest problem I had was the Soj Orbit angle, and I couldn't really peek it as easily because I couldn't walk forward to help you. And you would keep going in post Soj Orb, and I couldn't walk. You know? And then you would die because I couldn't peek you. Whether I tried to take this angle, the Soj would orb right here before I could walk, or when I was walking, and then I had to back up. And I wonder if I should just walk through Soj Orb with a swap to Brig, and then we can play faster. Because then I have this angle, and when I have this angle, you can play a bit more aggressive. You have a lot more angles to engage upon. And you can take height, and I can take this angle, and kind of play safe, or even this angle. Yeah, I think the whole point of that is probably we should have swapped off Lucio and gone Brig.
This just felt awkward.
Yeah.
So the Hazard feels weird in this map still.
I think that on this point, it's probably better if we play Winston.
I agree.
So, on comp-wise, I think on Mecha base, Hazard, very good. Very, very good.
Yeah.
And Hazard, and I think probably Juno Brig or Ana Brig is probably optimal. It's probably Ana Brig or Kiri Lucio. It's definitely Lucio's probably the best on that point. So Lucio good, Kiri and Ana are the 2 characters. On this point, I think it's Ana Brig and Winston. And then on the really open map, I think it's actually probably Ana Kiri. Because I don't think we're going to utilize speed as much. And I feel like to double flex is really good on that point with the long angles. So we could play Ana Kiri and we can take the really long, stupid angles. Agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Show lobby. Alright. Maps. We have one more control map we play. Oh yeah, Ilios. Let's look over Ilios.
I got about 3 minutes and I gotta go.
Oh, okay. Then I will try to speed run this. So first point, we pretty much already figured this out. Regardless, our attack angle is probably like here. It's just generally where we're fighting based on where they position. But I think we want our supports to take height as a default. And if they're playing a very aggressive height fighting style, we want to take low ground. But if they aren't really pushing for our height, we want high ground if we're going to play dive. And I think on this point, ball is really good. You agree?
Yeah, best ball map.
Best ball.
3.
Alright. So, yeah. Second point. Restart. I'll try to make this quick. Okay. Okay, this is the big open one. This one I think is best for Brawl. So playing Ram or Hazard, I think very good. Along with, I think this map is actually probably the best for Hazard, Juno, Brig. Do you agree? Or not Hazard, Ram, Juno, Brig.
Yeah.
Or Ram, Lucio,
Yeah.
Kiri, depending on bans.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
something I want to
Ram.
try next scrim also is possibly me playing BAP instead of Kiri. Because I'm like pretty solid at BAP, and I like to play him. And he's like kind of a comfort pick for me, but we don't play him a lot because he's not super great in the meta. But I like to play BAP Lucio. At least try. See how it goes. If it doesn't go super well, oh well. But I like to try. Especially if Juno's banned, I think BAP is a lot better.
Yeah.
Alright, last map, really quick. I try to go really fast. Okay, so last map is the library one. So I think this map is probably Hazard Central as well as Ram. I think the biggest thing is taking height first and then pressuring them based on our height advantage. So depending on if we have a boop, our boop stays height with whatever DPS wants to stay height, if any. Generally, I think it will be the flex DPS that wants to stay height, and the rest of us play from main and just try to pressure the choke. When it gets brawly point, Blake, you need to back either into circle and have your Kiri or whatever drop with you, or back into main, because backing to height puts your whatever DPS's point in a really struggle thing, because you as Hazard can go from here to here very easily, but some DPS can. And we want to generally the person we want to give these sight lines is also probably the squishiest. So you need to give, even if you're getting pressured, you have to be aware of that. Okay, good, done, done.
Yeah, cool.
That's quick control